Question 1. Do you like traveling? Model answer. Absolutely yes. I think if you're lucky enough to travel and see the world, you should take advantage and travel. For me, it's a very interesting way to learn about new cultures and explore new places. For example, visiting historical sites and world-renowned locations such as the Eiffel Tower or Mount Rushmore. Part 1. Question 2. What is your favorite type of holiday? Model answer. I prefer a holiday where I can relax and get away from it all. I usually like to go to the mountains or countryside as there is not as many tourist traps and I can experience nature. Part 1. Question 3. What do you do on holidays? Model answer. I personally enjoy visiting various museums and places of interest. For instance, on my last holiday, I stayed in Thailand and was able to experience several temples. It was fantastic. Of course, sometimes I enjoy shopping with friends while looking for souvenirs for my family. Part 1. Question 4. Do many tourists visit your country? Model answer. Yes, they do. There are many tourist destinations throughout my country which encourage people to visit all year. One of the most popular destinations is the capital, where we get a large number of tourists taking pictures and doing walking tours. Part 2. Describe a place you have recently visited. You should say where you went, who you went with, how you got there, and explain why you enjoyed it. Model answer. One of my most recent places I went on holiday was Brazil last year. I went with my friends and younger brother to Rio de Janeiro, which is right on the beach and also close to the mountains. We chose this place as we all wanted to visit South America, but couldn't decide on if we wanted to stay on the beach or go camping. We were able to get a return trip ticket for an affordable price. We only had one connecting flight on our way, which was nice for us to stretch our legs on the long flight. Being from Korea, there really is no other way to get to Brazil, except by a cruise, which would probably take a few weeks. There was so much to do there, and we had to choose what we could see during our 3-day trip. Since we knew we would be jet-lagged and overwhelmed by the location and language, we decided to hire a tour guide. Our guide was able to show us some of the most popular locations such as the large statue called Christ the Redeemer, restaurants that we were able to eat the local cuisine, and gave recommendations for where to visit for nightlife. A highlight for me was the food, where we had the chance to try different spices and fresh seafood. For me, this is one trip I enjoyed and would go there again if I could. Next time, I would want to bring more friends and stay for a longer period of time. Part 3. Question 1. What mode of travel do you consider the safest? Model answer. I think it depends on where I am going or how far it is to figure out the safest mode of transit. In my opinion, taking a train is the safest mode of travel for me because of the increasing traffic and road accidents in my country. I do also consider flying safe, but ultimately, being on the ground seems the safest to me. Part 3. Question 2. How can traveling be useful to people? And what do you think people can learn by traveling to other countries? Model answer. Traveling is useful in many ways. One of these reasons is the opportunity to see new places to learn about other cultures and traditions. Another reason is simply to get away from your daily routine. I think people can learn so much about how people live their life by traveling to other countries. Part 3. Question 3. How do you think commercial flights can improve? Model answer. This is a good question, as I do have an issue with how commercial flights operate currently. Even though I'm not a tall person, I think the biggest problem is a lack of legroom. In addition, when you're on a long journey, you want to be as comfortable as possible, and if you can't stretch out, you might want to have a snack. And the food and beverage prices are outrageous, so this could be another place for improvement.